Welcome to the first week in March. Another clip from Advanced College Planning, building out our video library. My name is Jeff Bliss. I'm going to be filling in for David Martin today. All this hot, cold, back and forth weather we have. It's really gotten to his voice, so he needed the day to let his voice recover so that he can be back in action for us tomorrow. So he asked me to step in, which I think is a real honor here. He's the pro that's been doing it for so long. But there's a lot of information that came out this last week. University of Connecticut came out with their regular decision acceptance letters. Financial aid awards for March 1st came out, and that can be a lot of information to sort through. We thought it would be helpful to post a video for everyone, how to sort through your financial aid award, how to read it, what does it mean? All right, so here we go. We'll look at two financial aid awards today, one public and one private, so we can see how to read them. So if we look on this Stony Brook Award, we're going to look at the direct costs. These are the costs that the school is directly billing mom and dad for. So you can see tuition and fees, room and board, totaling $54,028. Now the school knows mom and dad are going to be buying books and supplies and paying for gas money to drive back and forth between campus, as well as school supplies. And that's where we see the indirect costs. They're really estimates. The school's not going to bill them for you. So really for us, we kind of exclude those because nobody knows what we're going to spend on books. And there are definitely some shortcuts to avoid spending $900. Underneath this, we can see that the school has listed this family's student aid index, $600 per year. So when the family filled out the financial aid forms, submitted their FAFSA, the number that was calculated for them after sheltering their assets came back at $600 per year, very low EFC, which is great. It means that there's going to be a lot of need-based aid potential for this family. I'm moving down, scholarship and grant options. For me, this is where we want to see the big numbers. This is the gift aid we do not have to pay back. So for this family, the student earned the Presidential Merit Scholarship, $5,000 a year, and a federal Pell Grant of $6,795, which is wonderful. So if we were to look at 54,000, minus that 12, we're really going to be in that $42,000 range. If we add in the estimates for books, transportation, and educational costs, that's where they're coming up with this net estimate. Okay, so that's what the cost would be. Now, where's the money going to go? Well, every family that submitted the forms, every school, will receive the federal direct subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans, depending on the SAI. This student qualified for the maximum amount in subsidized loan, $3,500, which is great. The subsidized loan will not start accruing interest until 6 months after graduation. Then every student will receive an unsubsidized loan. And this one will start accruing interest. However, no repayment until 6 months after graduation, in this case, $2,000 a year, for the total of $5,500, which is the maximum award that a freshman, an incoming freshman student can borrow in solely their name. Anything else will require a cosigner or a parent. And over here on the right, we see the federal work study. Nothing was offered. It is important to remember if it's offered from a school, it is not guaranteed. It's up to the student to go out there and find the employment to earn that money every year. All right, let's move over to RIT. They just sent out this year's financial aid award a couple weeks ago back in February. Our early action students here, and we can see the school looks a little bit different, but the information starts to look the same. If we look at their grant, they've offered $26,800 per year. Wonderful. The Founder Scholarship of $23,000 per year. The student has qualified also for the maximum in the subsidized federal direct loan. And then the unsubsidized also at $2,000. This student's also received a federal work study at $3,400 per year, which remember, not guaranteed. But in total, that would be a financial aid offer of $58,700. Because this loan, and the work study are also considered financial aid. They're just considered self-help aid. Or the scholarships and the grants, those are considered gift aid. Let's get down to the bottom line. Let's look at their cost. They make it a little bit easier for us. Tuition, room and board. What's their direct bill to mom and dad? Just under $79,000. Let's subtract out the grants and scholarships they've given us. Well, that means we're really looking at $49,159 per year. The students were to take out the $5,500 in federal loans after the administration fees. We're really looking at $23,718 per year to attend there. And that's how some of these schools that start off and look like they're going to cost $78,000 or $80,000 a year, at the end of the day, can be more affordable than our in-state state schools. Hope you learned a little bit about interpreting the financial aid award. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe every week. We're going to continue adding to the library. David is going to continue sharing his wisdom with us, and we're all lucky to be along for the ride. Have a great day, everyone.